Hey, good evening. How's everyone doing on this wonderful, beautiful, glorious Saturday evening? I am Tracy Irvin, your co-host.
And I'm Leon Cersei.
Excellent, and this is
Smoke and Score
Live with Leon and Tracy.
Gotta let people know where we at.
Oh yes, where are we, Leon?
We're in Live Oak right now, all right? This is the second leg of our tour, our mini tour. We started in Ocala, road trip. We're taking it on the road.
On the road again.
All right, well, we had a good time last night.
Yeah.
Too good of a time. We didn't leave at 2:30. I won't tell that now.
We was drinking whiskey, and
we were drinking whiskey. It was.
We're gonna make that a factor right now.
Yeah, we had whiskey overload.
And we have some very awesome people in our studio audience on this evening. Y'all tell them, hey!
That's right. We always do it live in front of the studio.
We always
have the best audience.
Always have the best audience.
No matter where we go.
Always. So just to give our normal disclaimer out, Leon, we just want to let everyone know out there that we are not in agreement of any opinion that may be expressed on this show. We do not own the rights to any of the music that you might hear or any of the cigars that we may show or display on this show. But this is just our show to just bring out to the community and in our area. So we're just glad to be here.
No, absolutely.
Excellent
job.
Excellent.
Now, if you're tuning in for the first time, this is Smoke and Score. So I'll give you a little breakdown what Smoke and Score is all about. First of all, it is about our love for cigars, community of cigars, the people we meet, the relationships we build, the business deals that we make while smoking cigars, because myself and Tracy have a cigar line.
Yes.
Tell them about your cigar line.
Excellent. Our cigar line, as a matter of fact, I have a replica of...
A data file has been sent to your comlink.
Every Opportunity Cigar is what it stands for. And we are an empowerment movement brand. We love to just get together, the same thing we do within the cigar culture, bringing like-minded people together surrounding the leaf, people that love the leaf, and people that just love one another and just love to get together and just talk shit. Can I say shit?
You already said it?
Oh, sorry.
Twice. Twice. We keep a score. You said it twice already. Keep a score.
It's our show. We can do what we want to do.
So that's your brand. So my brand actually is launched. Well, my cigar, my company is already out. My business partner, Howard Grums, that's that right. I know he's watching. Grums Jr. is my partner. You can go online to howardgcigars.com. And we got two of the brands out right now. One's called Black Moses, one's called The Majestic. And my cigars came out, yesterday? While we was on the air, right?
Yesterday.
Before the air. Yeah,
yesterday.
They did.
So
my cigars are Leon Cersei All-Pro Series cigars. They're Maduro Leaf. They're based out of Nicaragua. And I'm very excited about it because this has been like a months process because they had to go through customs. They had to sit in the aging room for about another 30 days. But they're actually here now in Orlando, so I'll have my shipment on Wednesday.
Yeah, and that's great because both of our cigars are out of Nicaragua.
Yes,
so that's very interesting.
Yeah,
great minds think alike.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. So, at any rate, thank you so much, Leon. And also, Leon, you have something else great going on. Your book. Leon has a book.
I do. I have my autobiography. It's called Fourth Down the Damn Alignment Story. That's my autobiography. The book will be out actually November 22nd, the weekend of November 22nd. That's actually the game where the Jacksonville Jaguars play the Pittsburgh Steelers, because I was drafted in the first round by the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I played for the Jaguars as well. So, hopefully I'll be in accordance with the Jaguar football team, where I'll be outside the stadium before the game, in the booth, signing autographs for Pittsburgh Steelers fans and Jacksonville Jaguar fans. And my book, by the way, was released on Kindle on Friday, and in football autobiographies is ranked number 5.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Leon.
All right. Yeah, so I'm happy. I'm very excited about it. Very excited about it.
Well, we just love what we're doing with Smoke and Score. As you mentioned before, we've been going on our weekend. It's our first weekend tour, and it's been quite amazing. Right now, we're back at McHales Specialty and Cigar Shop, which we love right here in Live Oak, Florida. What's the address, Mr. McHale? Give us the address real quick.
108 Howard Street East.
108 Howard Street East, here in the beautiful city of Live Oak, Florida. We just left Ocala. We were just at the Fish Hawks Distillery. One of our great friends and supporters, Chef Amadeus, out of Jacksonville, Florida, he connected us with Mr. Matthew there at Fish Hawks Distillery and Spirits. It was a great experience, learning all about the spirits and learning all about that whiskey. And we drank some whiskey.
We did. We drank a lot of whiskey.
We drank a lot of whiskey.
But the best thing about Matthew, the best thing about the owner Matthew is that all of his liquors he makes it right there at the facility.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he gets everything natural, everything fresh. He makes the vodka, he makes the whiskey, he makes the bourbon, all that kind of stuff. So he gave us a little bit more of a taste test last night, and we made it home. The key is we made it home.
We did. We made it back to the hotel safely.
We were responsible.
And woke up this morning and didn't have a hangover.
I didn't have a hangover. I didn't.
That's a testament to the naturalness of the way he distills his spirit.
So, I'm all for a liquor. Don't leave you hanging.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. Put it on my list.
That was awesome. That was awesome. So we're just glad to be on tour and glad that we have the supporters that we have. We actually can be found on Facebook under Smoke and Score with Leon and Tracy. Also, you can get in touch with us at smokeandscorelive@gmail.com. We do have cigar manufacturers that become sponsors. We do have people that sponsor. We'll put you on our show. We have gotten a gang of followers in the last 2 months, and we're very excited about that push that we've had. And people have been so motivated to be a part of this culture because they know we have an authentic heart for what we're doing.
Absolutely.
And we're so excited about it. Right, Leon?
Absolutely.
Right,
Absolutely.
very good, very
Now,
good.
did I tell him what Smoking Score is about, or what, did you cut me off?
I didn't cut you
You
off.
did cut me. I believe you did. We talked about the cigars.
Did I
Then we
tell
didn't talk about the score part of it. Now, the score part of it,
I'm sorry, I'm still whiskey.
No, I still let it play.
Okay.
So score is about our love for sports.
Oh, good.
All right, look, we talk college football, we talk NFL, anything that has to do with sports we talk about. And also Smoke and Score is about the community. We always invite positive people in the community onto our show to talk about their store, their brands, their restaurants, and all that kind of stuff. So we give them an opportunity, small businesses an opportunity to express themselves and broaden their brand while they're on our show.
Absolutely, because we have some great people that do some awesome things within our community, both locally, internationally, globally. We'll do anything, and with technology, we are able to do just that. So that's what we're about, and we're very encouraged to do that for you. So get in touch with us if you would like to come on the show. We'd be glad to have you. And speaking of having a very wonderful person, I'm telling you. So, Mr. Martin, how long have you and I known each other so far? What'd you say?
They don't work.
Since the 22nd of August.
You got the date. You got the time too?
Around 4:45 in the afternoon.
I just love you. I love you. Now, see, I know a lot of people don't even know when they met me, but he remembers when he met me at the time. Mr. Martin has this beautiful specialty store. Other than cigars, he has a phenomenal store. Him and his wife, Miss Kathy, and their daughter, they just run a great shop. And you know, they could not do it with all these great people that I've come to be friends with. And I feel like you all are my family. We got Mr. Dan and my red jacket. He didn't bring the red jacket tonight, but maybe one. It's in the car.
Probably.
But we have some beautiful people that we've met when they had the Nick Perdomo event. My business partner, Antonis, and I, which you know he's in the background, but always in my foreground. We came to that Nick Perdomo event, and it was just amazing. And we wanted ever since then, we wanted everyone to know what you were doing here. Because you have just such a great group, and it's a great environment, and people need to know right here in this beautiful small city of Live Oak, but you're doing big things. So we just like to, first of all, introduce Mr. Martin McHales. Everybody give him a hand. Martin McHales. So Mr. McHales, so how long have you been here at the store? How long have you had the store established?
It's since 2005.
Okay, 2005. And you are from originally?
Scotland.
Scotland. Do y'all hear that accent? It's so hot. Sexy accent. Sexy. Yeah, you know you like that. It's sexy.
Yep.
But we're so glad that you decided to build something very prominent and just very well established here in Florida. He has a vast humidor. Let me tell you, there's nothing small about this place in Live Oak. May be small, but there's nothing small about this humidor here. Very nice humidor, very great selection of cigars, very well constructed, well built, and so you all have to come down and see it. So what made you say Live Oak, Florida for your establishment? What was the thought process?
Well, when I first came over here, I lived in Newport Richie, and it became a rat race down there, and I had some hunting ground up here, and I liked the area, so we sold up down there, came up here. And really, I just gravitated to this place. We actually live 25 miles west of here.
Okay.
And Swanee County is just a wonderful place. But when it gets a hold of you, doesn't want to let you go. You know.
I feel that.
We've made a lot of really good friends here. You know, people become customers, then they become friends, and you know, business is all about just establishing relationships.
That's
with
right.
people.
It's all about relationships.
You know,
and
you
you
treat
have,
them like you expect to be treated, and they'll be good to you.
Absolutely. And you have that in you. I can tell you have a great passion for not just what you're doing with the cigars, but you have a passion for people. People and the people that you build, each one of your customers.
right.
I just watch your report every time I come with your they're not your customers, they're your family.
That's right.
They're your family.
right.
They're your family. So Leon, you anything?
Yeah, well, I absolutely love it, and that's the reason why I love to go to cigar lounges, is because not only for the cigars and the atmosphere of it, but just to be around people that you recognize, good relationships, good people. I've never met a bad person in a cigar lounge.
It's a brotherhood.
It is, absolutely.
And,
I've never
you know,
met a bad person, and I always enjoy the conversations that I have with people while I'm there. You know, there's no fussing, there's no fighting. You know, we're talking about positive things, we're talking about community, we're talking about business deals, and that's what it's really all about. And I'm pretty sure these guys in your audience, all your regulars that you probably see on the consistent.
This is the cigar mafia.
Oh, this is the mafia. This is
Yeah.
the
So this is the
okay,
mafia.
all right.
Tell us every Saturday night, what does the mafia do here every Saturday?
Just what we're doing tonight without the beautiful Tracy and the enormous Leon.
And your beautiful wife, Miss Kathy, I wish she'd come out here on the camera, but she cooks a meal for everyone, and they
Yes.
come, and the mafia sits here and just partakes, and they just sit here. So, and the weather is just.
We tell a lot of lies.
Y'all tell lies too, Dan. Y'all telling lies out here? No.
Lies are they're appropriate. They're appropriate, yeah, especially in cigar lounge.
Because you know what, with the cigar, it deems you to have to sit somewhere at least for an hour and a half or two.
Yeah.
So while you're doing that, you just have that relaxing atmosphere, and it's the people that you're surrounded by that makes the difference.
It's therapy.
Mm-hmm.
It really
It
is.
is.
It is.
It's smoke therapy. It's true smoke
It
therapy.
is. Some of my best business deals have been at a cigar lounge.
We
this
made it.
idea. We came up with this idea, this concept in the cigar lounge.
In
you
the
know?
cigar lounge.
So,
Yep.
Came
So it
along with
happens.
that.
It happens.
Everybody needs to.
So what other things do you have here? Because your cigar lounge is much different than a lot of the different ones, because you have a lot of specialty items in your store. What type of items do you also sell? If you could tell.
We sell knives and swords, lots of high quality figurines. We like to have in our store what people want to buy, you know, and we're the only place for miles around that has this kind of stuff. We
Now-
actually get people driving from Jacksonville to buy
To-
Campus Fairies.
to buy.
Yes.
Oh yeah, because I've been in cigar lounges bigger than this, and their humidor isn't as nice.
Not this massive.
You know, it's
Right.
not as massive, and I love your selection of cigars. I mean,
Thank
because
you, yeah.
I absolutely do. I'm not supposed to be giving shameless plugs to people that haven't
Don't turn
sponsored.
it the other way, 'cause we
Okay,
love Nick
but
Perdomo,
this,
by
but
the
No
way.
plugs, guys.
We love Nick Perdomo Army. I
can't
take
be-
this part of my show now, so I
okay, this part your show, but you gotta be a sponsor first before you shout
Oh,
them out.
trust me, it's don't
Okay, it's coming.
don't you
All right, it's
worry,
coming.
don't
All
you
right, all right.
worry,
Just wanna
don't
make
hold
sure
your
now.
mule.
All right. I'm just
Hold your
checking.
mule.
Just checking.
So that's what we're partaking in tonight. Mick Perdomo. This is one of his new. Well, it's kind of new, but it's been out a few months now.
No, it's new.
It's new, and
Um,
this is the 10th anniversary was Maduro.
Yeah.
The Maduro blend.
That
Nicaragua.
actually has replaced what used to be the Noir.
Mhm.
And what's different about these, and it's a first for Nick, is all the tobaccos in this are from his Alapa farm, which grows a sweeter tobacco. And you'll notice when you smoke this, on your after palate, you get that nice little sweetness on it. Apart from being a superb cigar, you know, it's a different thing for Nick, but it's been a big hit.
Now tell me about the event I missed. You told me that you have a Perdomo event. Was that already this year, or was that on the way?
That was on the 22nd
Yeah.
of August.
Oh, it was. Okay,
Yes,
so I missed.
gosh.
Now is that every year, or does it fluctuate?
Yeah,
throughout the
we
season?
have 3 events a year, right over here. My friend Tom has got a restaurant there, but we couldn't use the restaurant because of the COVID thing this time.
Yeah.
But it was
But-
still amazing. The food was great.
One of my customers, Roger Ward, he actually bought the food and came out here and cooked it for everybody. So it became a free event.
Okay.
You know.
All right.
And I think everybody that was there had a good time.
The service,
especially Nick.
Okay.
Having a lot of
the
fun.
service
you
was
told me.
impeccable, Leon. Everybody was so nice. The drinks were flowing. We were buying cigars. It was just phenomenal. Nick Perdomo did a presentation. It was just so well put together. I was just truly impressed.
So you came.
I was here.
So once again, you didn't tell me. Supposed to be my partner, right? Supposed to be my partner,
I
right?
got you on the next
Supposed
one.
to be my ace.
We gotten closer.
Silent part.
We gotten closer.
Exactly, silent part. You said it.
We gotten closer.
We have gotten close.
But you can't make Dan jealous, so don't be trying to get too close.
That's right.
Oh,
That's right.
Get out
That's
the crowd
right.
now.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm
Watch
watching.
yourself. Watch yourself.
That's why I'm in the front row.
Oh goodness! But I'm telling you, there is not enough I can say about just the personality and just the warmth that you and your wife Kathy have, and the warmth that is expelled out to your customers. I call them family. I'm just gonna call them family because to
Mafia.
me they don't seem like customers.
Yeah, the mafia.
Yeah,
But it is a two-way street.
yeah.
I mean, all the guys here, that event, we put on a free event, and all these guys came out and helped to set it up,
I
you
saw
know,
that.
tear it down, you know,
I
just
saw that.
That's awesome.
great guys.
Yeah, you had one of your customers that grilled the food. He did.
That was
the
Roger.
grilling.
Yeah, Roger
He
Moore.
he did the grilling and everything. Yeah. So you have 3 events a year.
Mm.
You say.
We'll be having only probably 3 this year.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
these guys would like an event every month.
So what is your email address? People want to get in touch with you or just go on your site to see what you're doing. You have an
My email address is McHales, MCHALES, at windstream.net.
Okay. McHales at windstream.net. And then, of course, on Facebook, you're under McHales Specialty Store. Correct?
And McHale Cigars.
And McHale Cigars. Okay. Because you also do a great thing, too. You ship. You will ship cigars. Because he has such a vast selection here that you can't find a lot of places. If you want cigars shipped to you, we've had it done, right? AT has had cigars shipped to him. I know other people I've told they had cigars shipped. So he will ship them directly to your home. You will get the cigar shipped to you in just real quick.
But only in the state of Florida.
Only in the state of Florida.
Anywhere
Okay.
in Florida we can ship.
Anywhere in Florida. So if you need to find some cigars that you can't find because he has a great selection, take a look at what he has. Get in touch with Mr. Martin or one of his staff members, and they'll get your cigar shipped to you. All right. Anything else you want
In
to
fact,
add?
I just shipped another box of John Crib.
He
What-
already had. I saw it. Yeah, he puts it on Facebook. Everybody gets so proud about their cigars from you, so everybody's bragging. Yeah. So anything else you would like to add about what you're doing here and about the store? Anything else you'd like to add?
I'm just doing it day to day, you know, because you know, I'm 74 years old, and I don't have any great ambitions left. As long as I can keep it going, keep my customers happy, you know.
But I have a feeling, Mr. Martin, that these guys will not let you fall. I have that.
Yes.
They would
Yeah.
not. If they have to keep it open, I think they would. I truly
Tracy,
think
ask him about his music.
oh, yes. Get into it. Thank you, Mr. Dan. Let's get into it.
Are you a musician?
I was a professional musician from 1963 to 1984.
Now, see, I didn't know that.
I don't tell people about it.
Okay, so what?
Thanks, Dan.
Can we just hit a little bit on that? Like, what instrument? What
Drums.
drum? Okay, so you and Mr. Perdomo, yeah, the drums. Okay.
Yes, I've actually played Nick's kit.
You played with his drum set. Oh, that's amazing. How was that?
I didn't do too well because it set up totally wrong for me, and we had just driven down there, and you know, arthritis and whatnot. But it's a great kit.
Okay. Were you in a band?
Yeah.
Okay.
several
What's the name? What bands were you in? What you played drums?
bands. People that I've worked with that you might know are the Searchers,
Okay.
Billy J. Kramer and the Dakotas.
Okay.
You know, people like that.
All right.
But for most of the time I played, I was an agency drummer.
Oh, okay.
You know,
All right.
backing cabaret artists, and you know, lots of bands that tour.
Okay.
Use pickup artists, you know, in the area,
Mhm.
and you know, so you've got to played with the Platters.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
That's incredible.
1975 in Edinburgh.
1977. I think that was close to the year I was born. No.
Now
you laughed a little bit.
70 years.
Well, thank you again for being. I guess we don't want you to go anywhere. We're going to continue to talk some things on all things cigars, all things sports. But
I know nothing about cigars.
But we want to say again, please, people, if you pass by Live Oak, if you've been through Live Oak in the area, please stop by McHales Cigar and Specialty Store here in Live Oak, Florida. At address again, I'm sorry.
108 Howard Street East.
108 Howard Street East.
We are right in the center of downtown.
Downtown.
On 90.
Live Oak. You can't miss it, and you will not be disappointed. I promise you. So, Leon, what we got going on in sports right now? What type of subject matter? You were talking to some of the studio audience about some things they want to talk about. So, what we got?
Oh well, we can talk NFL. Studio wanted to talk Steelers, Browns. Got Steeler fan in the house back here. Are you still a fan?
Absolutely.
Okay, all right. Well,
Got two of them.
we got two Steeler fans.
yeah,
All right,
Steeler
okay,
fans.
all right. We got a big game this Sunday against the Cleveland Browns. Not really. All of a sudden, Cleveland Browns. Go Brownies back there.
Brownies.
You haven't been significant in like 20 years. I get one season. Well, listen, I'm always going to be biased to that because I was a Pittsburgh Steeler. And we had Ernie Mills on the show yesterday when we talked about our rivalry with the Browns. And I ain't going to be quite honest with you, when I was with the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Browns were our fiercest rival. It was always our toughest game. Whether we played them there or they played us in Pittsburgh, it was always a tough rival. Now, they never beat us in Pittsburgh. All right, so they never beat us in Pittsburgh. So this game this week, this Sunday, the Cleveland Browns will be fighting because the Steelers are undefeated. The Browns got one loss, so whoever wins the game will be leading the division. So it's a very big game for the Steelers and the Browns. Also want to talk about my Jaguars. Unfortunately, I have to talk about them because I'm very disappointed in them. 1-4 right now. But before we even get to the game, there's something that you didn't know that was on actually happened a day ago. There was 12 guys, practice squad guys from the Jacksonville Jaguars caught the COVID virus, and they had to shut down the facility on Saturday. And I knew something like this was going to happen because everybody, initially, all the players are all in when the season starts. You know, like Mike Tomlin said, he said, one fail, all fail. If you're going out, if you're doing things that you're not supposed to be doing, and you're intermingling, if you're having a beer, you're at the bar, and you're hugging the girl, chances are you're going to catch the virus. And I said, I'm not worried. Or something else. And I said before the season started, I said this. I said, you're not going to have to worry about the guys that are making all the multi-millions of dollars because they're not going to risk their paychecks to go out there and catch something and not play the game and lose a paycheck or two. But the guys who aren't playing on the practice squad, not traveling with the team, going about, hanging around, and that's what happened. Every guy who caught the virus were practice squad guys who don't travel, who don't really play, who initially give guys look during practice. They're the scout team guys, essentially. 12 of those guys caught the virus.
Wow.
So now it's kind of peculiar that all those guys who don't travel, who don't play, caught the virus. So what the hell were they doing, Trace?
What were they doing?
I can tell you what they were doing.
What were
They were partying their ass off. They had to be.
They had to be
partying because any other time, if you know the schedule of the NFL players, you know you play Sunday, you work out, watch the film on Monday, you're off Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday, and Friday is when the practice squad guys usually get most of their work because the team usually travels on Friday. And then they had their place on Saturday, and these guys are left behind in Jacksonville. And I'm pretty sure more than likely these guys went out and about, did what they weren't supposed to be doing, and now they got caught up. And it's going to cost them.
And then they become super spreaders for everybody
else. Well, it's good that the Jaguars were able to isolate the guys who had it because, you know, they all share the same locker room. So, I mean, you could have a guy who had the virus get in contact with the quarterback, the running back, wide receiver who start, and then all of a sudden these guys can't play because they have the virus. I mean, it's irresponsible by the players. They're young. Most of the guys that are on the practice squad are young guys who've only been in the league like 1 or 2 or 3 years. You know, seasons vets know a little bit better because they know if they go out, they don't want to bring it back to their wife or their kids or anything like that. Most of these guys that had it are probably single guys who had time on their hand and hung out and wanted to party a little bit.
Or they were married guys with a side piece.
See, I ain't want to go there. I ain't want to go there, but you said it. You said it.
I'm
You
just
said it.
saying.
You
I can't be
Of course,
honest.
the woman would say
This is
that.
this
What
is
are
an
you talking
honest
about?
show.
NFL players don't have side pieces. What are you talking about? I have no idea.
I thought this was an honest show.
It's in the book. It's in the book.
It's
But that's unfortunate. But it's
Yeah, it is.
It's unfortunate and fortunate
Seriously, though, yeah.
that it's unfortunate that these players got caught up and got it. And then it's fortunate enough that the players, the Jacksonville Jaguars, were able to isolate these guys away from the guys who actually play, so the rest of the guys won't catch the virus. So that's the big news in Jacksonville right now.
Wow.
Outside of that, we have a game against the Detroit Lions, which we're not favored against. We're not favored. The Detroit Lions are 1-3. We're 1-4. And unfortunately, the Jaguars have been they've made history on the bad side of history. Let me tell you the first part. The first part of the bad side of history is that we've gone, first time in NFL history that we've gone through 5 kickers in one season.
That's deep. That's tragic.
Well, here's what I'm trying to figure out. What the hell are listen, I've been in the league 11 years. I know what kickers do. They're off on the side, they're kicking balls, they got their hat on, they talk about their golf game afterwards. All right? So they're absolutely doing absolutely nothing pertaining to sports in my assessment. But then, if you got 5 kickers get hurt during practice, I'm trying to figure out what the hell are they doing in practice to where they hurt. I mean, are they hitting people? Are they hitting each other? I don't know what they're doing. Well, that's the first time in NFL history that one team is going through 5 kickers in one season. That's a bad part of history. Another bad part of the history of the Jacksonville Jaguars this upcoming season, we lost 3 games in a row to teams who had not won a game. Now that's the first time in history. We lost to the Dolphins, who came into the season and they were 0-3, and we gave them their first win. We lost to the Bengals, who came into the season, and they were 0-2-1, and then we lost to the Houston Texans, who were 0-4, and got their first victory.
Wow.
So you know what that means? Anytime you want to win, come to Jacksonville. I'm just saying, you come to Jacksonville, get your win.
And I don't think, because I have some friends that are season ticket holders, they're diehard, so they're out there. And I'm like, I don't think that game is a game worth catching COVID over. Me personally.
Well, yeah.
That's just my personal opinion. If you're a great super fan, I guess you'd be okay with it. But
well, they closed down the facility, but the stadium will be open for Sunday. The game will be. They're still going to play the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they had to close the facility just.
Well, I'm talking about now, but I'm talking about
prior to, yeah.
Yeah, prior to.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Well, I could talk about the matchups, but I don't think anybody wants to hear. But I'm going to talk about the matchups anyway. All right, but
anyway?
yeah, I'm just listen. I was talking to see what you know. As a former player, I love the Jaguars because I played in that uniform. I helped build that house that they, we started out in 1995 as an upstart franchise. And when I came in from the Steelers as a free agent from 96, 97, 98, 99, we all went to the playoffs. And we were in 2 AFC Championships games. Two seasons, we were 1 game away from going to the Super Bowl. So I felt like, me and a lot of the guys that I talked to, we laid the groundwork for the Jaguars organization moving forward. And then the Jaguar organization over the last 20 years has only had 3 winning seasons. It's only had 3 winning seasons, and that's disturbing to me. And you can only imagine the former players that I talked to. We're watching the game and we're texting each other when we're playing well or when they're playing poorly. And then when they lose, we take it to heart.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, we take it to heart. And here's a game that I thought going into the season we should have won, because I came into the season, I thought the Jaguars would probably be 4. I thought they may have won 4 games. All right. I thought the Colts game initially was a coin flip. At home we might get it. All right. Then I thought the Dolphin game we were going to win. Negative. I thought we were going to beat. This was before the season. Now I'm looking at the schedule. I'm saying I thought that we'd beat the Dolphins. We didn't beat them. I thought we'd beat the Bengals. Negative. We lost to them. And then the Texans beat us. And then I thought we could beat Detroit. So either they're going to prove me right or prove me wrong come Sunday, because I had them at least 4-12 this season. But to be honest with you, if you look at the rest of the schedule moving forward, if they don't win this game, I don't see them winning anymore.
Well, I hear a lot of fans giving a lot of reasons why they think that is. What do you, as a professional football player and being a Jaguars player, what do you attribute that to? What do you attribute so many losses to?
Well,
in your professional opinion?
Well, on my radio show last week, we did. I do a post game show with the Jaguars called the Fifth Quarter, and after the game, the fans come on. They talk about they're disgruntled when we lose games, right?
Right.
So I had a former teammate of mine named Reggie Shelton. Reggie Shelton played with me when I was in Pittsburgh Steelers. He was a defensive back that played with me with the Steelers, but he also was a coach and he was a scout in the NFL for over 20 years. And what he said on the show made a lot of sense. He said the reason why the Jaguars organization is struggling is because first of all, you got to draft right, all right? And then when you draft right, you've got to keep your good talent on the team and give them a second contract because you developed them and you want them to stay to help build your organization. I don't know why I keep going this right now.
Nobody knows that.
I know, but I just don't. But if you don't draft right and then you don't keep your good talent for a second contract, then you're going to be sending all your major talent away to other teams. Only guy in the last 8 years that the Jaguars have re-signed was Blake Bortles, and Blake Bortles flamed out. He flamed out, and we lost Ramsey. We lost who else? We lost Unique Ngakoue. Ngakoue's going to another team. Allen Robinson, he's in Chicago. I mean, these are all first, second, third round picks that we developed young, and then it moved on to another team and then signed to a second contract. So if you don't build your team off of your rookie class, your draft class, and keep that talent and develop it and keep it for years and years to come, then what you're going to be doing is you're going to be rebuilding you're going to be starting over every 2 or 3 years, and that's what the Jaguars have been doing for the last 8 years.
That
makes
sense.
Yeah, and when your owner Shah Khan, when he came here, he's been the owner of the team now for 8 years, and his record is 39-94.
Wow.
39 wins and 94 losses. That is not a commitment to excellence, in my opinion.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Well, speaking of excellence, how about those Lakers?
Oh, I know. We'll see.
I had to go there.
The Lake Show.
LeBron, King James.
All right.
Yeah.
So is
Laker
okay?
Nation.
We're both Laker fans now.
We are.
But is he the GOAT? That's the question.
You know what I'm going to say, and I know I can see AT and my business partner Antonis in my peripheral. He's
shaking his head.
ready to get disgruntled about what I'm going to say.
Who do you say is the GOAT? What does he say? Who does he say the GOAT is?
Kobe, I think.
Kobe's the GOAT? Michael Jordan's the GOAT.
Michael
Jordan's the GOAT. Okay. All right. I don't have a problem.
Michael Jordan's the greatest, but of his time to me. But of this time into all time, LeBron has encompassed every skill set.
6 NBA Finals.
Yeah, 6 NBA.
6 championships.
I agree.
Never went to a 7th game.
But he could never do anything with anybody else.
No, I like this banter. Bring it on.
Yes.
3 different teams, took 3 different teams.
Right.
With different head coaches.
Exactly.
Different players.
Right.
And took everybody else to.
And see, that's
I respect that.
And that's my point, because I feel as though Jordan had great team. He had great teammates to bounce off of consistently. He had Rodman. Who else did he have?
Pippen. He had Pippen. He had Rodman. He had Stockton. Horace
He had
Grant.
players consistently that he gets.
Steve Kerr.
They keep changing LeBron up, but he makes it happen off every team. So
in 2 years with each team,
it's something to be said about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
I'm not disagreeing with anything that was said. All I'm saying is,
but he's got to win 3 more.
He's been to the championship round now 10 times. He's won 4, and he's done that with, for the most part, quite a few high-profile free agents that have come in to play with him.
Well,
so
I got a rebuttal to that when you finish.
No, go ahead.
No, I totally agree. Yeah. But see, that's what I don't understand about it. I don't understand that the knock on LeBron when they say he plays with superstars. But if you go back in history and you look at the NBA, Magic Johnson played with Magic Johnson, Kareem, Jamal Wilkes, Byron Scott, James Worthy. Those are all all-stars. Okay, Larry Bird played with Parrish. He played McHale, Danny Ainge, Dennis Johnson. They all NBA players. So this notion that he just lines up himself with superstars is absurd to me, to be quite honest with you. Because who doesn't want to play with other great players?
Absolutely.
I mean, Jordan couldn't do it by himself. He didn't go to the championship. He didn't go to the championship until he got Pippen, right?
Yeah.
He struggled with Detroit. Could be the Pistons, right? And sometimes, you know what, you get set in that way. You ever talk to old folks? Old folks? Like older people. Now, you know what I'm just saying? When I was younger, I'm just saying this because when I was younger, and you go talk to old folks,
It's the generation.
old folks are set in their ways, all right? So I'm saying that they're set in their ways. You can sit there and have a conversation. Because back in the day, when I used to talk about my teams, and I would tell people, and they was like, I would say the Lakers are the best team of all time. They said, well, Boston Celtics, championships, Bill Russell, this and that and it. They were rambling. So I'm just saying that sometimes you can get set in your ways and not want to expand and don't want to move LeBron in front of Jordan because he's been there so long. But I tell you what, if Jordan's 1A, he got to be at least 1B.
Yeah, because
Got to be 1B.
Well,
No, 1C, because he ain't better than Kobe.
Well, I understand what you're saying. Because to your point, a lot of people say Muhammad Ali was great, but then
Right.
a lot of people would say in another generation, an older
Yeah,
generation, it was
me,
what's his name?
when I was young, my dad used to talk about Muhammad Ali and how great he was, and I was like, man, Tyson would have whooped that ass.
Yeah, see what I'm saying?
I'm just saying.
You got to move beyond.
Who was his teammate?
Huh?
Who was his teammate?
Yeah, she put it.
Howard Cosell.
Self-destruct.
Howard Cosell, the self-destruct. Boom.
I love Tyson.
You love Mike Tyson?
Oh, I guess so, man.
Mike Tyson. Where's Mike
He's
Tyson?
doing it up now.
He's getting ready to fight again.
Well, he's about to fight again, yeah.
Yeah, he is.
50s.
Yeah, he's going to fight Roy Jones, I think, next month?
Next month.
It's going to be next month. Yeah, they actually moved it. It was supposed to be it's supposed to be in November. I think they moved it to
Because
December.
of COVID, yeah.
Because I think because they're going to even get more money for the fight. Initially, I think I think it was like 25. Now it's like up to like 75 million.
Have you guys seen the videos of Tyson?
I saw him.
He's
On Facebook.
on
yeah.
YouTube.
He looked
Oh,
like he
he's a
did
beast.
Back in the day, right?
He
I
could do a
said
George
that.
Foreman
That's
comeback.
strength. I
Listen.
wouldn't want to be in that ring with him. I'm telling you.
His
He's
opponent
Maybe
better
at
wear some
50,
earmuffs.
he probably
Angry.
hits like a train.
angry. He's like an
See,
angry.
someone need to tell Tyson this exhibition fight. Because I don't think he's gonna go in there thinking there's no exhibition
gonna
fight.
kill
He treated like it's the real deal.
Yeah. This ain't gonna be Rocky 4.
Yeah.
No, this gonna be something serious. Boy. I saw him on Facebook. He looked lean to me. Huh?
Well, we got somebody in the background talking about that you.
Oh
They
wait,
wanna
you
talk
know,
about
listen.
that you. Well, you
I would be
already know.
remiss if I didn't say that my team,
Well, you know that was
University of
gonna happen
Miami.
Before we even finished up.
Oh yeah, well, University of Miami. We got slaughtered last week against Clemson. Well, Clemson's been slaughtering everybody. They beat Georgia Tech today, 73-7, which is crazy. But my Hurricanes, they did beat Pitt today. They beat
That was a
31-19.
slaughter. That wasn't a win.
Oh,
that was like a.
You know what was crazy about it? We was over at Ernie Mills' house watching the game, the first part of the game, and the first quarter of the game, first like 5-10 minutes in the game, it was 7-7. And I was like, oh, okay, Georgia Tech look like they're gonna do a little something. Chef told me. I said, Chef asked me a question. Chef said, Leon. He said, what's the score with Clemson? I said, shoot, Clemson. I said, it's tied 7-7. He said, it'd be 50-7 by halftime. It was 52-7 at halftime. They beat them 73-7.
That is like brutal.
That is brutal.
That's brutal. That's
That
hurtful.
don't make no sense. Shoot. Our little whooping we got, it was nothing compared to that. They beat us what 40? They beat us 42-10 or something like that. They beat us. They beat 42-17.
14-17.
Yeah, they beat 42-17. Clemson. They just got too much talent. Too much talent. So much.
If the Jaguars keep losing, they could get Trevor Lawrence.
What I don't. You know what? It'll be the Jaguars. Now see, now because the Jaguars have been losing so much, now they're 1-4. They're saying the whole tanking for Trevor is now coming in, coming back to fruition, which I don't have a problem with. I mean, I think Trevor Lawrence is a once in a lifetime player. You could turn your franchise around. But you know what? But if the Jaguars are, I'm gonna tell you how lucky the Jaguars will be. They'll win enough games to where they can't get them.
Yeah.
Because
Just enough to.
because the two New York teams right now, the Jets and the Giants, they're both 0-5. So the Jaguars will have to literally lose out and hope they win a couple of games to get the first pick.
Well, the Giants playing Washington this weekend. So
Oh, well, they'll beat Washington. Washington's terrible. They are terrible.
No.
But the Jets, I don't see the Jets winning the game this season. No, they're that bad.
So what about baseball? What's
I know
happening with
nothing
baseball?
about it.
We got some baseball.
I'm gonna be honest.
Yankees,
I'm not even.
Yankees,
I know there's a World Series. I know
Braves.
Yankees are out.
the Yankees are out.
Yankees out.
Okay,
Okay,
all right.
okay.
So who are the teams
What's
left?
that?
Bravo.
The Braves. I know the Braves are in it.
Braves
The
and
Dodgers. They're playing each other.
And
Right.
Houston and Tampa Bay.
And Tampa Bay.
Okay.
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 So what's the sexy World Series? If they what would boost ratings if they play? Were we talking Braves, Tampa?
Yeah,
Okay.
Ray,
All right.
Nice.
Well, what's crazy is I think neither team is going to be able to host the game. Where are they playing the World Series at?
Houston.
Yeah, they're playing. So I mean,
Yeah,
people
how
like
do you
in
do-
Jacksonville or in Tampa or Orlando or wherever can't even go to the game.
Exactly.
I mean, they can go to the games, but traveling up,
Yeah.
would be a lot more easier if it was Rays and Braves. So you just hit the highway back and forth, catch the game. Now you can't do it. It's going to be in Texas now, the World Series.
Talk some football with Martin.
I know Martin.
Yeah.
What's your team, Martin?
Who's your team?
Well, being as how I first moved over here to Newport Richie, my team was the Buccaneers.
Buccaneers.
Yeah, actually went to see them a few times in the old Tampa Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Tampa Bay
I've-
Buccaneers.
No,
So
I
I got a
mean
spot here
football.
for
Yeah.
Football, Martin.
He's a
Football.
big soccer fan.
Talking real football.
Oh,
real football,
Real
yeah.
football. Okay. All right. The floor is yours. I know nothing about soccer. You got that.
He's just being honest.
It's the #1 sport in the world for a
Yeah.
reason.
Yes, it is.
And it's all about the atmosphere and excitement that's created in the crowd.
Okay.
There's nothing pre-rehearsed, they don't have chants or set routines or anything. It's all spontaneous. And
Soccer.
until you've been in a stadium with 80,000 people, just shouting and roaring about everything,
Losing their minds.
you've just missed out on the whole point of the
It's
game.
awesome to see it.
Okay. Now the biggest league is what? The Premier League? Is that the biggest league?
That's what the English say.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. So you tell me what it is. You tell me which one it is.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm racist
I understand. I
That's all
understand.
right.
when it comes to the English. Personally, I think the Spanish league
The
is
Spanish league is.
for the most beautiful football.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now has there been a World Cup already, or is there one on the way? Because I know they play it every 4 years.
Yeah, every 4 years.
Yeah, every 4
so
years.
there was one
Was it?
2 years
Was it
ago.
Brazil or was that
2018.
2018? Okay. All right. And where was that one at? You know?
I think it
I
was
believe it
Russia,
was
wasn't it?
France, wasn't it?
It was France, yeah. The one before that was in France.
Oh, it was in France. Okay. Who won that one? I don't even know. You know? Anybody know? Google it.
It was a Cinderella story.
France won it, didn't it?
No,
I don't remember.
I thought it was Rich Mom or something like that that won it.
They always have a Cinderella first two.
Didn't it?
1 year was McHales.
Pretty good. Cameroon.
Cameroon.
Cameroon. Oh, okay.
Cameroon, yeah, they came out of nowhere, killing them.
Well, definitely in terms of sports and just doing what we love with cigars as well. Loving a good team is like, I kind of equate that to with loving a good cigar. From seed to leaf, even beyond the seed. When you see, I've taken trips to Ybor City in Tampa. Have you been there, Leon? Ybor City?
I have been there.
And they have the hand rollers. Anybody in our studio audience who have experienced that, or you've been to Nicaragua, been to DR, where you've seen the hand rollers. I mean, it's an intricate, very skillful thing that they do.
Several of us have been on the Perdomo factory tour.
Yes, the factory tour, absolutely, with Nick Perdomo there in Nicaragua.
By the
Yeah,
way,
I
John
know.
Converse
And
is watching this live.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
He's a Steelers fan.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. What's his name?
John Converse.
John Converse. Shout out to John
is
Converse.
live.
He just said hello to everybody over
Hey,
here.
John. What's up, John?
Yeah, John's a good guy.
Yeah, he works for Perdomo.
There's Miss Kathy.
Yes, I wanted you to come in real quick if you come right. But yes, so it's just an amazing thing to watch how they make cigars, and I have so much respect for how cigars made. Not just the flavor and how good it is when I get it right here, but just the back story on how people work behind the scenes to bring a good cigar to our fingertips. It's a beautiful thing.
That cigar you were smoking, from the first pepper dust seed was planted until it went into the box to come to you, there are 3,054 steps that it goes through in the Perdomo factory.
And by the way, I just wanted Miss Kathy this beautiful beautiful specimen. Look at
Woo!
it. Beautiful.
Hey, Miss Kathy.
This is Mr. Martin McHales, the owner's wife. She's one of the owners also here of McHales. So if you want to get that same experience of this beautiful face, you come in and she just greets you at the door and she feed us so good. I done gained about 20 pounds again that I've claimed. But I just wanted everybody to see your beautiful face.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Say
you.
hello.
Yeah,
Appreciate you.
we're in there actually watching you on the.
Oh,
How
are
are
you?
you? Very good, very good. Thank you, Miss Kay.
I'd like to introduce Matthew over there hiding in the corner.
Matthew, hey
Hello.
Matthew.
Good
Welcome,
evening.
welcome,
It's a
welcome.
pleasure.
Thank you.
Come around and meet Tracy, Matthew. I told her all about you, man. Come around and meet her.
But yes, it's a beautiful thing. And again, I always I'm a little biased and respect and admiration for the Perdomo team and what they do. But a lot of the manufacturers, I mean, what you're doing with your cigar, what I'm doing with the hand rollers that I use, I mean, these people take a lot of care and steps, especially if you get with the right manufacturer. And they're really doing things like Nick Perdomo does a draw testing with every one of his cigars. You know, a lot of people don't do that to make sure that the cigar, every cigar that you get will be quality. It will be a good stick. It will not blow up or fall apart or leak. So it's a good, because the cigar is supposed to be a good experience, right? Y'all say?
That's right.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a beautiful experience when you do that. So yeah.
And I had to learn my lesson the hard way, because as much as I wanted my cigars to come out, my distributor told me, hey Leon, they've got to sit
They gotta
and
be
age,
right.
because
They
you
gotta be
want
right.
the people to have the same experience over and
Every
over again with
time.
cigars. So it had to sit for at least 30 days to age properly,
That's
because
right.
you don't want to. First thing, when you come out the box, first thing you don't want to give a cigar smoker a bad stick. You don't want to unravel it. You don't want the flavor. Not
That one that you just smoked, aged 10 years
10 years.
before you smoked it.
Well, damn, I got 9 more years. I got 9 more years. I can't wait 9 years. My age 30, so.
But a lot of people put them in their humidor. You know,
Yeah.
even when they purchase them, they take them home, put them in. You can age it for a little while longer, and it's great. If it's a great cigar, it'll age well.
That's true.
It'll age really, really good. So I just love the whole idea of the filler, the binder, the wrapper, just the whole thing, and the construction that goes into a good cigar. It just makes it really, really good, really wonderful. Have that ash, that consistent ash on the end. And you know, even like people that are novices, you know, they want to know how, you know, what constitutes a good cigar to a person. What Mr. Martin, what do you feel constitutes a good cigar for you?
A cigar that's got a really good draw, good combustion, and has been aged well enough, especially the wrapper, to where I'm talking mainly Connecticut here, where you get that tartness on the Connecticut wrapper. That's because it hasn't been aged long enough. But cigars are just made for pleasure, you know. They're not a habit. It's just.
It's not a habit. Oh, I'm in trouble.
Tracy's in trouble, Dad.
I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble then. How many cigars would you say you may smoke on an average? We're not supposed to tell that online.
No.
Am I not supposed to tell people?
No.
I'm supposed to be honest with me.
You know,
That should
I'll
be a
straight
poll
up with you.
question.
That's a poll.
Okay, on the 3 days when we're not here and I'm at home, I'll smoke 1 or 2 a day.
Okay.
When I'm here, some days I'll smoke 7, 8.
It's hard not
9.
to do here.
Well,
Good gracious.
you know, people come in, they want to smoke with you. You can't say no to
You
them.
can't say no.
I mean,
to
it's a
that.
horrible job, but
Somebody got to do it.
Tough
well,
job,
yeah,
but
and I
somebody's
like to
got
do
to
it
do it.
well. I really do.
How about
excel
you,
at it.
Leon? How many you smoke a day? You think? Yeah,
Now,
I know how many you smoke.
If John's watching, he's going to get a laugh at this. When we went on the tour, the first day when we were in the hotel in Managua, John knows what my poison is. It's this baby here. 20th anniversary
Oh
Maduro.
yeah, that's a good one.
Well, all he had was the Habano Maduro, and I had 16 that day.
Well, I know somebody
16,
else who can do
right? Yeah.
that. Not me.
And it's a great cigar, but I was jonesing on these. So John couldn't give me one until we got off the bus on the day we went to Finca Natalie. So I get lit up and we're walking in and we go into this huge thing that Nick's built for shade growing. And he actually dug out so many acres.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
to keep the window fit, and instead of having muslin on it, he's got this special stuff. So I'm in there, I'm this much into the cigar, this much. Nick walks up, grabs it off me, throws it away, he says, smoke this much.
You're like, what?
I only got one.
I hope you're not watching that.
No.
So, no, I went and picked it up and dusted it off and smoked
It's
it.
smoked.
And it was great.
That's good. That's wonderful. I'm telling you, you hate to get rid of it. When a cigar is good, I'm telling you, I'm almost near about burnt my fingertips trying to smoke it. You don't want to give it up. It's so good. It's so smooth. What about you, Leon?
Well, it's one thing you don't ask a man. So that's like asking a woman how much you weigh and how old are you.
I really don't mind.
Well, how much you weigh?
Nah, that's not true.
See, that's the exact same answer I was going to give you. Exactly. Exactly.
It's none of your business.
Exactly. There you go. You proved my point.
My weight is the same number of my age.
Okay, I got you.
Well, I will say, like today, how many did I? Well, I've only smoked. Well, so far the night is still young, but probably 3 so far today. But when I'm around, I'm like Martin. When I'm in the cigar line, sometimes I say I'm just gonna go in there and smoke one. But somebody can show up or somebody else, and they'll say, "Hey, I want to smoke with you. Hey, I got this cigar. I want you to try." It's like you just can't say no.
Well, you have to be sociable.
Yes.
You know,
True.
Yes. Yes. How about your business partner? My business partner, Antonin, he's behind us. How many do you smoke today?
Usually during the week, I may have just a few, just maybe 1 or 2. On weekends, especially like I said, we're out and about, even if working or not working. Man, I could probably do 5, 6 in a day. I mean, it would, it just depends on how good the conversation the whiskey is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Speaking of whiskey, what's a good pairing, Martin, for a cigar for you? What do you like to pair as a drink with your cigar? You have a favorite?
yes. I've got several. I mean, here we go on the Perdomo kick again.
That's all right. That's all right.
If you're drinking, a good Burgundy wine or a nice bourbon or a single malt Scotch, you cannot go wrong with the 12-year double aged.
Yeah.
It just,
That's nice.
yeah. It's virtually one step away from heaven.
Oh, I love that. I'm gonna steal that. I like that.
Oh, you can have it.
I can have it. Okay, excellent.
I've got the copyright, but you
You
can.
get it? I can use it. How about you? What do you like to pair your cigars with? Anything in particular?
Usually a good scotch.
A good cigar.
A good scotch, yeah.
I like to pair mine with my lips.
That's good. I like that one too.
Pair 'em with your lips. Good answer.
Good
Absolutely.
answer.
That's a great answer.
Talking about pairing.
Yeah.
The 10th anniversary, Maduro pairs fabulously with a Diet Pepsi or a Diet Coke.
Really?
Well, it's got that sweetness.
That
in it,
contrast
and,
with
and if you just sit, it could be any sweet drink really.
I
but
can agree.
Not citrus.
Look.
but
There you go.
preferably.
somebody in our studio audience is demonstrating that
And
right
it just makes it sweeter and
Yeah. It makes it nice.
yeah.
Doesn't whiskey make everything better?
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, maybe just me. I don't know.
Well, we found out.
Alcohol in general.
Can't argue with that.
Yeah,
Whiskey
well,
scotch, you can't really go wrong.
well, we found out for sure last night.
Last night. A lot
Right.
of
we did.
Tracy, Nick sat in that corner when I brought him out the
I
little
yes,
figurado
yes.
and a candy Diet Coke, and he did it, and he said, "Wow, yeah, you're right."
Yeah, he did. I saw him doing that. Yeah, I really enjoy a good Cabernet or Pinot Noir with my cigars. Of course, Johnny Walker Black or Woolford or something like that.
There you go.
But I began to start something new with my cigars. A good coffee.
Every morning.
Yes.
A good coffee. And I used to not. There you go, Zach.
No, Zach.
A
No,
good, a
Keep
good
your pumpkin
coffee.
spice out of this
And it
conversation.
doesn't have to be cute. It doesn't have to be Cuban. Just
No,
a
it doesn't
good,
have to be cute.
smooth,
How about
nice
good food?
coffee with my. What's that?
About good food go with a cigar.
Oh yes, we got our chef in the background. A good food always goes good with the cigar.
I think a good aged ribeye steak.
Oof.
So aged like 20,
Bone in.
20 to 30,
Listen.
30 days is good with that. For dessert, have to have a cigar with dessert.
Mm-hmm.
If you do like a creme brulee with a amaretto sour glaze on top. That's it.
So you all heard that first. You did, if for those who didn't hear out there on social media land, a good creme brulee. If you can make that now. Me personally, I can't even spell it, but that's a whole nother story. But.
With an amaretto sour. That's what he says.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, a good brownie goes good with that as well.
Hey, brownies are made. Fresh made with Muscati today.
So you got some brownies and a cigar?
We got brownies too. We got brownies.
And the coffee, all that goes well
Brownies,
together.
key lime pie, and lemon meringue.
Oh my God.
When we say they take care of you when you come here,
Listen.
We're all
it is not a joke.
I don't want to be bringing all these people to your place and Kathy have to cook out this smorgasbord every time. But I'm telling you, y'all have no idea. This woman, like that y'all just saw this beautiful woman that came behind me.
She's an angel.
She's got key lime pie, brownies. What else? We have
And
to-
lemon meringue.
And lemon meringue. Well, I'm gonna hurt myself just to let y'all know I have no shame in my name. Don't say it.
Not
Don't
saying
say
the
it.
word. Not saying the word.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't
We're
say
all
it.
fat kids.
I am not one of those salad eating chicks. I'm telling you, you take me out to eat, I'm dead. You take me out to eat, I'm eating.
That's what I'm talking about.
So guess what? And another one. Well, we are coming to the end of our show. This has been phenomenal, and again, we would like to thank Martin McHale, his wife Kathy, his daughter, and all the McHale family here in Live Oak on this evening for hosting us for our Smoke and Score Live on this evening.
And the Cigar Mafia.
And the
cigars, the
McHale's
whole
Mafia,
thing.
absolutely.
McHale's Mafia. Woo woo, y'all gotta woo woo.
Thanks, Woody. Woody got these made for us.
Okay, very good.
Gave me this as a present.
So I wonder, how can I become an honorary Mafia? No.
All in favor, say aye.
Simple as that.
Simple as that. There you go. So again, we appreciate you all having us here, and again, don't forget to visit McHale's Specialty and Cigar Shop here in Live Oak, Florida. You can go on Facebook at McHale's Specialty Store. McHale's, I haven't drank too much wine.
Cigars.
Cigars. And he is here in downtown Live Oak. You cannot miss it. It's a little beautiful place, but it has a vast and wonderful humidor and exceptional service and exceptional people. We just had Roger. So again, on behalf of Smoke and Score Live, thank you for tuning in. And Leon, take us out with a song. No, I'm just
We're out it.
I'll just play.
Give us some
We're
voice
out.
right
He's
now.
Oh, I wish I could say.
Good night.
I couldn't say. I wish